Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Prof. CK, and this is All the Mod 7 to the Sky. Let's get started. Alright, I've done a little bit since last time, not much. Expanded the platform out to the chunk boundary, F3G. It's ugly, but it gives us a little bit more room to work, and we'll make something that looks better as we go along. I did expand this all the way down 3 chunks deep, or 3 blocks deep, so we can dig a little bit without worrying about immediately falling to our deaths. And that's handy for doing things like sinking the sieves into the ground. Again, gives us a bit more space, moves it out of the center portion. Set up some storage. So these are storage drawers like we talked about before. For these items, did a bunch of gravel sieving and got a pretty decent amount of metals. Now, I have a few things up here that we want to work on today. The first one that I want to get into as quick as we can is ore processing. So if we take this raw iron, we can smelt it and get 1 ingot. We can do better than that. So a bunch of different options of how to process it. We can ore hammer it. Crushing eventually we could get to. Let's see, what else have we got? Crushing through immersive engineering. The washing factory with raw meat, raw ore meat. And then, of course, the giant crazy mechanism 5X. The foundry gives us 1 ingot with a little bit of nickel. Or we can melt it using the melter for 1 ingot and 3 nuggets. That means 3 iron. Raw iron gives us 4 ingots because it's 9 nuggets to 1 ingot. And that is what we're going to get started on today. So we're going to make the melter and ultimately the smeltery. So tidied this up a bit. Ended up just needing 1 oak barrel. The speeds of these are much faster in this pack than in previous packs, so we don't need a whole bunch of barrels while we wait. It's just click, click, click. So let's get started making the melter. So to make the melter, we need seared bricks and seared fuel gauge, which is just glass and bricks. Did I start glass? I did not actually put the glass in the furnace. Let's do that really quick. I made a few extra furnaces so that this can be quicker. All right, so we've got some glass on the cook. And the seared bricks. Seared brick we get from smelting grout. Grout we get from combining gravel with sand with clay. So I made a bunch of clay. Boom. Made a bunch of sand. Made a bunch of gravel. So make the clay. We saw this before. Water, dust, makes clay in the barrel. So this will give us, you know what, I don't want that much. Let's do 1 stack of grout. How's our glass coming? All right, give the glass a second to finish. All right. All right, so that's smelting. And that'll give us a stack of bricks. So let's give that a moment to finish, and I'll come right back. All right, and I forgot to unpause. So, did a few things. Not a whole lot. Hello, Prophecy from the future here. So, as I was editing, I realized that when I paused and forgot to unpause the recording, I missed a whole lot, not just a little bit of sifting, and completely did not record making the smelter or the melter at all. So I'm here in my creative world to go over that so that you can see how to do it and get caught back up to where prophecy from the past is actually at. So to make the melter, we're going to start off, we have to make a seared fuel gauge, which is just glass and that seared brick. So grab one of those, and then put that together with some more seared brick. That's the melter. The melter is what's actually going to hold the raw ore that we're trying to smelt down. Now that does need either a heater that takes solid fuel or a tank that takes liquid fuel. The tank we will reuse for the full-size smeltery. The heater, kind of, we would never use again. We could fuel it with coal. So we'll just skip the heater completely and go straight to making the tank. So we'll make one tank. And then in order to pour stuff out of the melted metals out of the melter, we need a faucet. Just a couple more seared bricks. And we need something to pour it into. In this case, I'm going to make a casting basin, and I'll show you why here in a moment. We're not going to do a table just yet. We will do a table later. Let's add that to the to-do, but we don't need the table yet. This will all come later. Let's place this stuff down. So we're going to do a fuel tank. We're going to put the melter on top. We're going to put a faucet sticking out any side. We're going to put the basin underneath. Lava, which we had melting in the real world, goes inside. This will hold up to 4 buckets. And it will use up lava as you melt material. Now in here, it can only hold 3 ore at a time. So we're going to put in 3 copper and give that a moment to melt. It's relatively quick for copper. The harder or the higher tier the metal, the slower it takes. So copper is fast, iron slower, netherite, which I think doesn't even melt with lava. You need blazing blood. Takes a very long time. So as we mentioned the math a few minutes ago, 3 ore each gives us 1 ingot and 3 nuggets, which equals 4 ingots. Now the reason why that's important is in order to make the smeltery controller, we need to pour 4 ingots over a seared brick. So how do we make the seared bricks? We take just our little seared bricks, 2 by 2, right click it into the basin, right click our faucet, our copper pours out, you can see it cooling, and that sound means it's done. We now have a smeltery controller. We honestly no longer need these. Boom, go away. We will end up using the faucet. We'll save that. The basin, the tank. We'll save all that in the main world. This is just creative. You can go away. And then the other thing is a casting table, which we'll use for making ingots in the future. And we should be able to see that when we go back. So apologies for, well, yeah. See you on the other side. So we're going to end up losing 3 nuggets of copper, and I'm completely okay with that. We're going to have so much copper, we're going to hate our lives. Yeah, 3 nuggets, you can just go. Alright, so we got our block of copper. Let's get this back where it goes. Let's make our drain. We're going to start with 1 drain for now. We'll certainly have more later. that on that side. We'll put this on this side. Throw our faucet, our other faucet. And we should now have a complete smeltery. Now we can melt this back down to make more seared stone, which we can then pour out to make more seared bricks. We'll hold on to it for the moment, but we'll probably end up burning that down. Yeah, I'll stick it in here for now. We'll stick these in here for now. And yeah. All right, the first thing we want to make then is an ingot cast. In order to make an ingot cast, we need some gold. Now let's see. I have seen conflicting things. Does the full smeltery do the same 1.3 or does it double? So let's just put in 1. It's a little wasteful on lava. It uses the lava as long as it's melting. So if we put more things in at the same time, it uses less lava because it melts them all at once. But we're going to do 1 just for the moment to see what we end up with. And we got 2 full ingots. Excellent, excellent. Okay, that is what I was hoping to see. So we can pour the ingot. We pour one of those gold ingots onto the casting table with the brick, which gives us the ingot cast. Boom. And now we can cast ingots. Whoops. I keep doing that. And what I'm more interested in right now than anything else is, of course, iron. We have got to get the iron on the go. So let's put this in here. Let's put this in here. We're going to have to really clean up and rethink our storage sooner than later. And the other thing we can do, if we grab a lever, and you know what, as long as we're here, let's go ahead and make 10 more. Is that going to be enough? That's not. Oh, no, it is. Don't fall in this. While this has lava, it will do damage. And you'll end up with blood in the... Oh, we're short 2. You'll end up with blood in the system. Blood can be useful. It's a slime substitute. But we don't want it in there right now because just don't want to deal with it. So if we do that, we can throw our lever right above. Now it's bigger, we can get more stuff in there at once. And it's smelting our iron. While we're waiting for that to smelt, let's go ahead and grab another chest. And we're going to move all of our ingots. We're going to keep all of our ingots over here. And we'll keep our seared bricks in there as well. Now it would be nice, let's see, are we melted? We are melted. Let's throw in another set of iron. So we can right click it and it will give us an ingot. Boom. If we turn that on, that lever, it will automatically keep giving us ingots, but we have to stand here and click it out. Now, we can automate getting the metals out of here using a hopper, but I'm wondering, can we do a pipe yet? Let's take a look. What do we need for pipes? We need redstone. We do not have redstone. So let's add that to the to-do list. Let's add redstone to the to-do list. Droppers take more redstone. So where do we get redstone? We get redstone from sieving dust with an iron mesh, diamond mesh, emerald mesh, netherite mesh, and that's it. So we need to get to the iron mesh in order to get redstone out of the sieve. We only have the flint mesh right now. In order to get the iron mesh, six iron and a flint mesh. So we actually have enough iron to do that. We get the wheat seeds. Must have been sitting there. All right, so let's do that. Let's do one. Ta-da! Iron mesh. Do we have any dust? We don't. Let's turn the sand into dust. We don't need sand just now. So we have our hammer. Let's grab. Yep, running out of space again. All right, now we put our iron mesh in here. If we start sieving, we're immediately going to fill all of the rest of these up. But what we can do is pull the... Man. What we can do is throw one of our flint meshes over the side. That's sad. So we pull all the meshes out, and then only the iron mesh is running. Did we get it? We did not. Let's put all this up here. Let's see what we get. Oh, we got one. How long will it take to get 3? Oh my goodness. All right, I may cut a bit of this out depending on how long it takes. Oh, we have a guest. That would be really nice. We do not have diamonds. We definitely don't have phantom membranes. Don't have any emeralds. But what we do have... Here, come off of the edge. Come on. Alright. That is our wandering merchant cleanup device. Oh, we got knowledge of death. We've got neighborhood brawl. We'll come back to the knowledge of death in a moment. I'll just show you really quick. I did bind it. We have some experience points. As we earn points, we can unlock different bonuses. We'll look at those in a bit. Oh, but we did get 2 leads. Those will be handy later. All right, where were we? You know what, we can make one more. Let's do that. And this is the same drill that we did before with the flint meshes. Oh, they're off sequence. That's going to drive me nuts. There we go. Come on, redstone. One more redstone. Got it. Let's just finish these off. We'll do more later. 4 redstone. Beauty. All right. So we got the redstone. In order to make the item pipe, we need 2 droppers. 1, 2. And then to make that, oh, we still need more iron. All right, so what are we at? Let's throw the rest of this in there. 4, 5, 6. All right, 16 pipes. Now we could use 5 iron to make 1 hopper, or 6 iron to make 16 pipes. Now, in order to use the pipe, we also need a wrench. So we can make this wrench the pipe wrench. Something else I noticed. I was looking through the... Oh, we should collect those. I was looking through the quests, and I noticed that the create quest is a checkbox to get the wrench. So we can just click that, get a free create wrench, and let's see. I honestly don't know. Let's see if... let's see, can we get to where we can reach it? Does the create wrench work on the pipes? It does. Oh, okay. That won't work. We'll tuck you underneath there for the moment. All right, so now we're cooking with fire. And what we can do is let's grab one more chest. We'll put you here. We'll throw another pipe. Thanks. Oh, and you're going to be all full of water. We'll deal with that later. So, let's put this away. Clean up our inventory for a second. Let's throw this stuff in here. We'll hang on to those. We're going to need to make that mesh that we threw over the wall, or over to the void. Let's come back to that. So what we can do is grab these ores and start smelting them. Now, because this is a full smeltery, it will create alloys. So we need to be careful of that. So if we take a look, we've got gold, we've got copper, we've got tin, we've got aluminum. Not aluminium, aluminum. You can call it aluminium though. Nickel, silver, and lead. Now what we can do is throw into here, if we throw that copper in there, let's take a look. We melt it, molten copper, we look at alloying. So it will alloy with amethyst, it'll alloy with zinc, tin, nickel, quartz and cobalt, gold, redstone, and silver. So we cannot put the copper and, for example, the gold in at the same time, or we're going to end up with a bunch of alloy where we were expecting ingots. So we'll put that in there. We're not going to do copper right now. What about gold? Gold. Take a look. And this is important. You always want to check this when you're using a smeltery. So gold mixes with silver, molten debris, cobalt, copper. That's fine. So gold and iron don't alloy. So we can do this and it'll just stack. Now what about tin? So we've got gold and iron on the go. Now we can use this for copper, but we need to wait till all of this pours out. And we probably could be using the block, which would be faster, but the pipe's in the wrong spot, and I don't want to... Not that it's in the wrong spot, but I can't reach the pipe, and I don't want to mess with that just yet. Also, you get some weird math where if you have less than a full block, you end up with a partially full basin, and things don't work. All right, so where were we? Tin. So does tin alloy copper, glowstone, silver, and tin. So we're good to have tin with iron and with gold. Let's take a look at aluminum. And this is something that you just need to check it once. Once you look, you remember aluminum does not appear to alloy with anything. Huh. Nothing at all, huh? Molten aluminum. Yeah, so we can fire off the aluminum. What about nickel? Now, nickel I know does alloy with iron. Yep, nickel, copper, nickel, iron. So we'll set the nickel over here for now. We'll come back to that. Lead. Lead goes with, and I'm just so you know, I'm right-clicking. So left-click shows you how to make it. Right-click shows you what it's used for. So if we go to melting, right-click the molten lead, alloying, ender, diamond, and lead makes enderium. So we're good on the lead. We can get that on the go. The silver we cannot mix with gold because we know it will make electrum. But as long as we're looking, let's look and see what else. Melting. There we are. Alloying, silver and gold, silver with glowstone and tin, silver with redstone and copper. Now this, we can put the silver and the copper. It's fine as long as we don't also have redstone. So when it's a 3-part or a 4-part, it does all have to be there or nothing happens. So once we finish off with the gold, casting the gold, we can pop in the silver. And oh, look at the mess we have. So we've got lead, we've got aluminum, we've got tin, we've got gold, we've got iron. And these have turned red because there's, as you see, not enough free space for the fluid. So as this finishes casting out, we'll then get the rest of this melted. But now we can just kind of ignore it. It'll do its own thing. Yeah, just let it go. Let's take a look. Our fuel tank is getting a little low. Let's grab out our bucket. We'll keep pumping into the diorite. What are you at? 2.6, 3.6. So this might be better not here because I'd like to be able to see the fuel tank. Let's see. Put you there. Disconnect you. Whoops. Disconnect you. Disconnect you. Reconnect you. And then set you back to extract. What ended up someplace dumb. Alright, so we've got lead, we've got aluminum, that's fine. We've got iron ingot came in here, let's put that back over there. Do it alright. Stack and a half of iron already. And now we're casting the gold. So even after we use the iron for here and for the mesh, in fact, let's finish off those meshes. And then take a nap. Alright, we have all the iron meshes in place. We can take a nap and kill this rain. Alright, I am going to let this smelt. I'm going to process the rest of this, not sand, dust. And I'll see you back in a little bit. Alright, so finished off that sieving. We're casting. I did move around the pipe so we can use the what do you call it? The basin to cast blocks at a time. Went and checked, got these all evened out to even whole numbers of blocks. So that's casting, I think. Let's see. If we do that, it'll still end up an even cast number. We'll hang on to those two because that'll throw off the block. And then one other thing I realized, if we move our cobble gen over here, we can use a pipe, throw it into our fired crucible, which will keep it always full. And we'll put a fluid pipe here in a bit. What do we need for a fluid pipe? 6 12 iron and a redstone? You know what? I think we can do that. Let's bang that out. Can we get it done before it's dark? All right, we have 16 fluid pipes, and that being the case, what we can also do is, now you can break the pieces of the smeltery. It does shut the whole thing down, but you don't lose the contents unless you break the controller. So this piece right here has the contents in it. If you break it, you lose everything. All right, so we've kept our material. We're casting. There we go. Had to turn it off and back on because we broke it. So now if we grab our wrench, this should be always and infinitely full. 4 buckets. This is filling up with cobblestone. This is full of cobblestone. So that's good. And then once these are done casting off, we're down to the lead. We have the copper and the nickel and the silver still to cast. So I'm going to get those cast off into ingots. I'll do some more sieving, and then we'll come back the next time to continue our pursuit of slime. All right, let's call that an episode. Thank you very much for coming along, and I will talk with you next time. Bye!